Mitochondria support, which are the 5 top supplements for that. I'm Alan Wannitz, I'm a nutrition expert, and I help people restore their health with nutrition. So today's topic is about the mitochondria. So what a mitochondria is actually it's an energy factory. It's where all your energy gets produced. The body uses 2 common forms of fuel, which is glucose and which is fatty acids. So now the body needs to receive it, the cells need to receive that glucose and it needs to receive that fat so that it arrives in the energy factory, which is the mitochondria, and there's some biochemical processes that happen that converts those 2 into what is called ATP. So that is the energy currency of your body. As long as you've got ATP, you will always have energy. When your energy levels drop is because your ATP has not been produced or there's been something stalling the biochemical process inside your cells to produce ATP. Or if you're sick or if you've got cancer, what tends to happen, the body does not convert it to ATP, or the cancer cells actually steal the ATP and you find yourself having low energy levels. So I'm going to talk about the 5 supplements which actually helps the cells to actually protect the mitochondria from damage, because if you damage the mitochondria, you get the onset of a lot of diseases. So you have to protect it, and also you have to feed it the materials, the supplementation, the nutrients that will actually enable it to make the ATP and the energy. So as long as you've got ATP in abundance, your energy levels will stay in abundance and you're going to have boundless energy. So what are the benefits of having boundless energy is your athletic performance, your athletic endurance is better. In other words, you can actually compete with yourself to beat your own times if you're an athlete. If you want endurance, let's say you're in gym, if your gym time you get worn out after 30 minutes, and if you can build up your ATP, then you can actually have higher endurance and you can be gymming for another 30 minutes. So you can be an hour in the gym, and that actually can boost your performance, build your muscles and all of that. If you need healing, for healing to happen, you need energy. You can't heal your body if you don't have energy. So you need ATP. So I'm going to explain how to do that. If you want to burn fat, that's where the fat burns. It burns in the mitochondria. So the mitochondria receives the fat and the biochemical process allows it to turn into ATP and you've got boundless energy. It's part of cancer protection as well. Cancer is actually induced when the mitochondria gets damaged by oxidation and free radicals. So you have to protect the mitochondria, and if you protect this, your incidence of cancer will reduce. So mental sharpness comes with it, and you will wake up every day, you wake up with energy, you don't wake up tired. So I guess this is something you would like to know, how to build up your energy. And here's the 5 supplementation that you can use. These are the top ones that will actually help the mitochondria in getting functioning and being protected. So number 1 is Coenzyme Q10. So before I get to that, there's a little diagram that I'll show here. So you've got your blood vessel here, blood is coming, and there's a receptor site here, so it receives the glucose, and the glucose enters the cell and arrives at the mitochondria, and if you've got fat will arrive. So you need to have a receptor site to receive it. So if you've got a lot of junk here, it can block that, so that it can block the movement of glucose. Same with the fat as well, so you've got to find ways of cleaning that up if that is a problem. I talk about that separately in other videos. Now the fat has to be transported there and arrive at the mitochondria, and when it arrives here, you've got certain nutrients which actually take it and convert it into ATP, which is your energy. So that's what is called the energy factory. There's millions of mitochondria in the body, trillions. So it's constantly being produced, constantly being made, constantly being dying and reproduced. So this is an ongoing process, so you've got to help with this process, and this is how you do it. So number 1 is called Coenzyme Q10. It protects the mitochondria from oxidative damage. So it's like acts as an antioxidant. So if you've got free radicals which are coming here, like particles that will damage it, so CoQ10 protects that and prevents it from being damaged. So that has a protective mechanism here. Plus it supports the function. So it supports the biochemical process that happens inside the mitochondria. Number 2 is Alpha-Lipoic Acid. This helps to regenerate other antioxidants. So you've got CoQ10, which is inside the cells. It regenerates it. So instead of continuously taking CoQ10, if you've got alpha-lipoic acid present, the CoQ10 gets regenerated and it gets used up again. So it's a constant process of helping it. So when you take alpha-lipoic acid, you need to take less of this because this is not being destroyed. In other words, not being rendered useless. because it's been recycled. So that's what it calls here. It regenerates it. So CoQ10 and glutathione is another antioxidant. Normally you find glutathione outside. It removes all the junk that is sitting there so that it clears up the path for the glucose and fat to enter the cells and arrive at the mitochondria. Number 3, acetyl L-carnitine is another supplement you can take. This one facilitates the transport of fatty acids to the mitochondria. Let me get back to alpha-lipoic acid. So alpha-lipoic acid works with glucose. So alpha-lipoic acid helps the glucose enter the cell, enter the mitochondria. Acetyl L-carnitine transports fatty acids. So you've got fatty acids, which is done with alpha-lipoic acid, and this one, acetyl L-carnitine is done with fat, and alpha-lipoic acid is for glucose. So alpha-lipoic acid, I'm back with that, is also very helpful for diabetics. So diabetics who've got problems with glucose uptake, alpha-lipoic acid helps to intake that glucose so that it actually reduces the glucose levels in your blood so you don't have high blood sugar. Back to acetyl L-carnitine, it transports fatty acids to the mitochondria, so that enables fat burning. So if you're into fat burning, you have to have acetyl L-carnitine because that's where the fat gets transported to the mitochondria. So that's like a transporting product. So it supports cognitive function. As I said, your mental sharpness goes up, so this is where that helps. Number 4 is called niacinamide or vitamin B3, niacin, not the flush niacin, niacinamide. It increases NAD levels and for more ATP production. NAD is another nutrient inside the mitochondria, so this is where the chemical process happens and you need NAD and it gets recycled all the time. So the more NAD you have, the more ATP you get. So if you increase your NAD, your ATP increases and your energy comes out and your performance increases and all these good things happen and healing happens. So you've got to now find a way, now that you've protected the cells, you're transporting the nutrients, the glucose and the fat to the mitochondria, now you need to produce ATP, so you use NAD, which comes from niacinamide, so vitamin B3, very, very important B3. And then number 5 is magnesium. Why you need magnesium? Because magnesium acts as a cofactor in all enzymes. So during this process of conversion from NAD to ATP, all this conversion, this biochemical process is done by the form of enzymes. Enzymes breaks it down and it helps the chemical process to happen. If you don't have enzymes, chemical process does not happen. So magnesium is absolutely essential for these enzymes to be able to function. So as long as you've got enzymes, the ATP gets produced because you provided the materials. And lastly, you can also actually stimulate a signal. So that can happen by itself, or if you put a signal, like a infrared radiation signal that comes as it, and it adds energy to this, it actually activates and actually speeds up the process. So it acts like a turbo. So if you want to add a turbo now into your energy production, let's say you find yourself at low energy levels, you're getting old, and all these processes are getting slower and slower. How do you activate it? How do you put this infrared into the system so that it actually accelerates it and brings you back to an energy level as a young person as you are? So this, introducing you to what is called this patch called Energy Enhancer Patch by LifeWave. This patch is a patch that gets put on the body and it traps your infrared and it sends it back into your body and it activates it. So there's many success stories on this where people who take Energy Enhancer, their performance gets better, their athletic performance gets better, they're beating their own records. So athletes are using it, and this has been a very popular patch being used, which has helped with this. If you're into healing as well, you increase your energy production. So this is a form of a booster, it's a form of a turbo boost, but as long as you make sure that you are providing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and together your B complex vitamins and omega-3s, all of these together will help this to work a lot faster and you have more chances of getting higher energy levels. So if you are into fat burning, you've got that. If you're into athletic performance, you've got that. If you're into healing, cancer protection, mental sharpness, all of that is available. So here you go. There you can, it's giving you an indication of what you need to do to actually improve your mitochondria protected. Now, if you need some help or you would like me to work with you, I offer a 30-minute free health consultation on Zoom. A link is provided. You click on the link, contact, it will get straight to me. You book a time and a day and we will meet and I will spend 30 minutes with you and I will guide you and give you a map to help you with your health, whatever health issues you've got, whether it's energy production or you've got diabetes or cancer or any of the illnesses that are troubling you and you've tried everything. you've been to practitioners or you've been taking medications and you're not getting results, we can talk, and there might be something that you have missed, and I'll find it for you, and we take it, and it can unlock your health and get you back to normal. So I look forward to working with you, and look forward to hearing from you and see you get better. Thank you for listening, and please, you can subscribe to my channel, because I continue giving you more information and new information that you can find useful for your better health. Thank you for listening.